It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. Let the postseason begin. We're underway in this AFC Wildcard Weekend contest. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Looking to throw right away. It's complete to Stevenson. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Junior Colson bringing an end to that play.
And the defense was all over that throw, able to stop it right at the line. They could smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. They send a tight end in motion. 2nd and 10 now. This ball's cut by Bowers. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Running for it with Stevenson. And they crush him right near the marker. It looks close, but yeah, Brock, I think he safely got that first down before the hit.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this...
Trying again following the sack. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. They're going for this. Got a man. Bowers has it. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. And they drag him down just in time. He's shy of that marker. We've got a turnover on downs.
Do you think maybe, just maybe, there's a chance of having too much confidence offensively? That's not a spot you want to see a team going for it on 4th down. And now it puts their defense right on the hook to try and pick them up after that miscue on 4th.
Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. And he's going to have this one down to the 43 on a good run. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
2nd down run by Pacheco. And he's brought down for a loss.
Good defensive tackles in this league, Kate. They can take up a couple blockers. Great defensive tackles, well, they stuff the stat sheet just like that, knocking that run backwards before it could get started.
And it's a nickel look by the Raiders. Third down coming up. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Along the sideline, he brings it in. They say he got the feet down too. Excellent work. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Dose of the hurry-up offense here. Putting the tight end in motion. 3rd down, it's Mahomes. Cut near the goal line. And he takes it down to the 2, but no touchdown. He's out of bounds. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield.
Second quarter about to get underway, and an opportunity to score here for the Chiefs. Pacheco has the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs get the game's first points here in the second. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. Bates tacks on the extra point. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now they'll throw out of the gun. On the move, headed right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. They'll try and throw it here. He's got the hook up to Adams. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Brought in by Burks. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. They are throwing it again. Keeps on moving into the red zone. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Working inside the red zone. Escapes the pocket. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
And this one hurts. Had a touchdown in his hands, but he couldn't hold on. Third down coming up.
Yeah, that's one that's going to haunt him. There's just no question about it. A drop touchdown in the end zone. Now comes the mental toughness part of it. You got to flush that play quickly so you can make an impact later.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. Stevenson goes up and over for the touchdown. The Raiders start to fight back with their first points of this game. Jason Sanders to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Raiders tie this game 7-7. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all, so they're going to gift them a drive starting at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Pacheco to start the drive. And they're going to drag him down after a decent gain. He gets up to the 36. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. Jason. Oh, he loses the football. And no turnover. It's going to stay with the offense. Well, you don't like to see the fumble, but hey, at least they were able to be the ones to recover it, and they keep possession.
Yeah, and I think the key there was to stay calm through the chaos. Cooler heads prevailed and got him the ball back.
3rd and 2, Mahomes to throw. He has the first over the middle. Gets it to the 15. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs take a 2nd quarter lead. Bates now for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Chiefs break that tie and now lead by 7. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Man in motion here. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. He's on the move. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
Another throw coming on 2nd and 10. He's going to loft one deep to the... He's got it inside the 25. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Kay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
They've got a man in motion. to throw it on first down. And he will take this in. Touchdown! The Raiders earn the chance to tie it before halftime. Brock Bowers the touchdown. Extra point is good by Sanders. And the Raiders tie things up at 14. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw Mahomes. Short pass brought in. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Roger McCreary brings him down that time.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
2nd and 4. That's complete inside the 35. That's a 38-yard play for him to move the sticks.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Throwing on first down, Mahomes. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Another try following the sack. Finding Collins. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. Has it at the 7. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gain 18 on the previous play.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
From the red zone now. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So the incompletion on 1st, here's 2nd and goal. Again, Mahomes to throw. Completed over the middle. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Timeout taken by Kansas City. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. They've held him out twice. Here we go. 3rd and goal. Throwing again. Mahomes. And that is caught. It's a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs take the lead just before halftime. Nico Collins with the touchdown. Point after up and good from Bates. And the Chiefs break that tie and now lead by 7. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Returning it from the 4. He's got a lane up past the 30. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. Down to 12 seconds before halftime as they come to the line. Sending a receiver left. Back to pass on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now. Looking for Christian Watson that time. So it's 2nd down coming up.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Looking to throw. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Keyword, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our 2nd half. With this kick, we're back underway, a spot in the divisional round on the line. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this 2nd half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. It is charged towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Forced out to his right. And he can escape no longer. They roll over and bring him down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Finds him over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
He'll throw it. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Throwing it to start this drive. Buys time, rolling right. He's got it! Oh, what body control to stay in and get the 2 feet down. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
And he gets absolutely pumped to end that one. No gain that time, and now it'll be 2nd and goal. Throwing with a blitz on the way. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders start the second half with some needed points. Devontae Adams, the touchdown. Sanders connects on the point after. And the Raiders tie this game at 21. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
Now it's Mahomes. Complete over the middle. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down. One play in, and already they're close to midfield. Putting a receiver in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. That's complete. Isaiah Pacheco. And they make the tackle at the 38. They get 13 on the pickup. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down. New set of downs for them at the 38. 1st and 10, it's Mahomes. Dumped off to his running back. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Got to be a pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. That's a drop back pass. When you get a big play on the screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
First down from the red zone. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Alabama. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the second half of a one-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now.
Yeah.
They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
Throwing from near his own goal line. And that's going to be a safety.
Result of the play is a safety.
So they give away the lead on the safety, and now they're going to have to give away the football with a free kick. That's taken on the 7. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Slot man motioned over. Running up the middle, Pacheco. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
2nd and 3 now. Quick throw completed by Mahomes. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Pacheco gets it from the gun. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in a locker room and in the huddle is you can be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
One quarter to go, Brock, and we'll see who can earn the wild card win. It's Chiefs football, just one quarter away from a postseason. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46.
It just feels like any time this guy touches the ball, it's a big play waiting to happen. He could be lined up wide or when they use him as a runner. If someone doesn't get a hand on him quick, he's gone.
It's Pacheco on third. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Kid, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along the route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Third and long for him here. On the move, headed right. On the move. Big gain downfield. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Touchdown, Kansas City.
Point after try upcoming to make this a two-score game here in the fourth. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chiefs push the lead to 2 scores now. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Starting from the 5. And look at this return. And they'll be happy about where they're about to take the field. He's up to the 35 on the return. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. They'll just throw it away, but here comes the flag. There was nobody in the neighborhood of that one. No one in the area. He was still in the pocket. Seems like a pretty cut and dry intentional grounding to me.
Seems like you want to be an official someday, Kate.
Maybe.
Yeah, because you nailed that one.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. They're throwing it. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces third down.
Well, the pressure, boy, that sped that whole play up, and it opened up a wide range of outcomes. A hurried throw almost ended up an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Complete beyond the marker. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. They'll throw on 1st. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Trying to throw here out of the gun. He just got rid of it, Brock, but he was still in that tackle box. This is going to draw the flag. Well, I've always wanted to ask this, so this feels like the perfect moment, Brock. Is there ever a time where a quarterback feels intentional grounding is actually worth it?
No. I don't think so. Not for your team, not for your play caller, not for your coach, not for the game situation. There really isn't a time. You've got to find an outlet, somewhere to throw that ball away safely.
Here we go, 2nd and very long. Fits it through the middle. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. Working quickly here. 3rd down from the gun. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Running back sent in motion. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. Throwing deep for the end zone. That's incomplete on 4th down, and they'll turn over possession.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
They'll give this up the middle to Pacheco. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. So a timeout comes in. It looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby. But you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you get runs of that length. It may not be a home run. It may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down.
It may not be the way he typically gets the ball, Kate, but once he had it in his hands like a reception, he knew what to do with it. He smelled that 1st down, and he went and got it.
We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Vegas. Chiefs with a 2-score lead. First and 10 from the 41. Looking to throw Mahomes. Escapes the pocket. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When he saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces throwaway.
Now we get another stoppage here. Just 1:52 remaining. The defense burns a timeout. The Raiders go a nickel on this 3rd down. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Gets everything he has under it. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs could lock away the win as they make it a 15-point game. The Chiefs offense staying on the field. They're going to try for 2. They want to run it across. And he will get into the end zone. They go for two, and that gives them a 3-score advantage. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Pass play now. And that one's incomplete.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Second and 10 now. He's got Watson. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs. All set up now for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Now the offense is going to take its 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
Final quarter, this quarterback's just feeling the need to do a little extra, try to make something happen outside the pocket. But the problem, defense wouldn't let them. They have that same kind of urgency. They want to make some plays of their own before they hit the showers, and they got one right there with that sack.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Looking for a throw here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
Well, that sack is a reminder why these offensive tackles get paid what they get paid and get drafted where they get drafted, because to block the defensive ends in this league, well, it's no fun.
Desperation time here on 4th. Has it downfield, working the left. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.